Hello, everybody. Welcome into another Talking Fitchburg update on this Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020. I'm Jeremy Crosby. Hope you're having a wonderful work week as we continue on our updates here Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We will be bringing back Talking Fitchburg, by the way, starting in just a few weeks here. May 4th, we'll be bringing back TF on its regular scheduled time at noon. We'll still be working in some updates as well, but we'll be bringing that back along with some of the regular scheduled programming as well, starting in May 1st. That's Friday, May 1st, and we'll get you more details as we get a little bit closer. But let's get into the headlines today, and we start with the Fitchburg area response and resources from the Fitchburg Chamber. We've got quite a bit of resources available for you out there. Not just for businesses, but also for the consumer. But we do want to start here with the consumer side. And as you can see, the resource page here is specifically has been set up by Angela in partner with the city of Fitchburg, Mike Zimmerman, a friend of the show here. And their contact information is available on screen, but they want to provide resources for everybody during this COVID-19 pandemic. What we've got here as far as the business assistants and employees, employer, we've got some pieces here. Let me just move this out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Businesses and employee resources available. These are all hot links. So when you go to their website, these are all hot links that lead you in there. But Wisconsin Department of Workforce is in there. They've got the U.S. CARES Act, different resources to help businesses during this time. So if you're not sure as a business where to go, I would start here. They also got a consumer resources page as well. The consumer resource page has plenty of great features here, including Fitchburg Senior Center, library information, Badger Prairie Needs Networks on there, Boys and Girls Club. Again, all hot links to resources available to you, the consumer out there, during this time. And they do have contact information, even some restaurants here talking locally on what they're doing. But if you have any questions, the Chamber is here to help. You can email them or give them a call. Businesses, same thing, call the Chamber, or you can check in with the City of Fitchburg, Mike Zimmerman, and they will be able to help you during this time. And again, all of that available through the Chamber's website, so you can head out and explore those resources. Expanding contact tracing is something that we're starting to hear, and we heard this the other day from Governor Tony Evers, also talking about the Badger bounce back. But I wanted to show you this from the Department of Health when we're talking about contact tracing. It's an interesting concept, and it sounds like we're going to be putting some more resources to this in the coming weeks here. But what you're looking at on the graphic is how it works is public health is notified as a positive test, and then public health professionals call to interview people with a positive test. The interview identifies people at risk with the infection, and then infected people are notified. Infected people then avoid contact with others to prevent the further spread. And why are the public health agencies calling me? Well, Wisconsin public health professionals are working hard to identify and talk to everyone who has been in close contact with somebody with COVID-19 diagnosis. What to expect? Your information will only be used for public health purposes. Do not volunteer information. You will be asked to confirm certain information we have on file. Your answers will help, again, prevent the further spread of COVID-19. Caller will be provided with some helpful information as well if you were at risk. So something to keep in mind there as they move forward with this contact tracing. Also was talked about is the Badger Bounce Back program, and we've got some breakdowns here for you that was laid out by Governor Tony Evers. And as it says here, safer at home is saving lives. We recognize that this has been a very challenging, and we want to move Wisconsin forward again. The Wisconsin plan is called the Badger Bounce Back. Badger Bounce Back is Wisconsin's plan to decrease COVID-19 cases, deaths to a low level and increase capacity in our healthcare system so that this phase reopening of businesses is possible, and that we meet people and can get back to work. And if you've heard about the light switch theory versus turning the dial, well, this answers that in this graphic defining that area, showing you how this works. So instead of just flipping a switch here, if we slowly increase capacity, this can help in a few different ways. Again, the Safer at Home is part of this, but access to more testing, expanding contact tracing, as we just talked about, and then continuing to track the spread, along with bringing businesses back online, increasing healthcare expansion, and access to PPE, all part of this plan. So as these things come together, we'll get an increase overall in awareness, safety, and again, trying to bring everything back to what I think a lot of people are saying now is the new normal. Also part of this is the reopening of Wisconsin, and these, again, resources are available online. So it is now time to move forward in the initial response to COVID-19 to keep Wisconsinites at home and to prevent the spreading of disease. Once they reduce the transmission of COVID-19, the Badger bounce back criteria is what they're going to do to get people back to work. So it starts with the symptoms. Overall, if you have 14 days free of symptoms, you'll be able to move forward. Cases over the 14-day period, also a very important piece. Healthcare system. Our hospitals can treat and prevent without having additional, let's see here, crisis care, and their robust testing programs are in place to help healthcare workers move forward. Testing, every Wisconsin resident who has symptoms of COVID-19 will be able to get a test. Contact tracing, as we talked about before, and then enough protective equipment. All of these components coming together make this Badger Bounce Back program work. So as you hear more about this and more things are opening, it's based off of those basic elements of, again, trying to get everybody back to what is the new norm, but still staying safe out there. So great information. And you can check that out through the Wisconsin Department of Health. They've got all of that for you available. All right, Safe Communities is out there to help you as we've been staying home. We also want to make sure you stay protected mentally as well. And the Safe Communities put out some nice flyers here. Want to share them with you. If you're worried about alcohol, substance, or substance use during the COVID coronavirus epidemic, there are some good helpful tips here. You have to, if you have to stay home and not go out, you can't meet with friends. These are all things that bring stress to us, right? If you're worried about getting sick, you can't meet in person with a counselor. It's hard to get medical help because hospitals are super busy. All of these things could lead to substance abuse. So before you decide to take on that substance or others, there's a lot of resources out there that Safe Communities has had for many years. And I would encourage you to check these out. But they've got recovery coaches, which help people with alcohol or substance abuse problems. In fact, we interviewed some of those in our past Talking Fitchburg shows, so you should check those out. But they're there to help you through the process. Who is the helpline for? Well, it's help for people who have never used drugs it is for people who have never used drugs or alcohol before, or now going through treatment, or going through the flushing treatment, is currently a regular user. So basically anybody can call the helpline, is the way I read it. Who will a recovery coach help you? They will listen and help you figure out what you're going through. These are people that are familiar with abuse, substance, in some cases, past users, or people who have had problems with substance abuse or alcohol. What will the coaches not do? Well, they will not judge you. They will not share information with law enforcement or immigration officials. They're there to help you. Plenty of resources out there. Check out the Safe Communities for more information as they can help you, again, through this crazy time. Again, trying to keep your mental health intact. All right, moving forward here, we want to talk about the census. Your census stuff still needs to get done during all of this time. I know it's kind of maybe been on the back burner, but there's plenty of information out there as it comes to the census on the city's website. You can check that out through, it's right on the main page right now, fitchburgwi.gov/2020 census. And some important dates to tell you about here real quick. April 16th through June 19th. Census takers will work with administrators at colleges, senior centers, prisons, and other facilities that house large groups of people to make sure everyone gets counted. May 27th through the 14th, census takers will interview homes that haven't responded to the 2020 census to help make sure everybody is counted. And then in December, the Census Bureau will deliver appointment counts to the president in Congress as required by law. So get those census sent back in, or you'll be getting a call from them here real soon. Moving on to some Earth Day related stories. And I saw this on the Fitchburg Chamber website, and I think this is such a cool way to practice Earth Day. And the title is Earth Stay. Like that? Because it's safer to stay at home. That's right. Right now we are apart, but we can still make a difference together. April 22nd is Earth Day. Happy Earth Day, everybody. International celebration of sustainable efforts for our home and planet, Earth. We love Earth. 50 years, by the way, this year for Earth Day. This year, we're asking everyone in the 608, it's an area code if you're not familiar with that, to join us in bringing Earth Day home, literally, by celebrating Earth Day 608. It's pretty cool, right? Find something sustainable you can do at home on your own with your family, and then share it with everyone. Use the hashtag EarthDay608. I've been saying 608, 608. And tag the pictures of you and your folks you are safer at home with to celebrate Earth Day. Kind of a cool story there. So, yeah, let's celebrate together, everybody. And while we can't do our part, globally, we can do it locally, right? Something like that, right? I think it's something like that. Andrew would back me up on that if he was here, but he's not here right now. All right, finally, Department of Ag Trade Consumer Protection taking this time to let you know that they're out there, and they have a cool program that helps and promotes honeybees and the support of honeybee producers. Did you know that? I didn't know that. But as part of Earth Day, they're reminding you that they have these resources out there. Honeybees are social bees, and which means many bees live and work together from a colony. The majority of the colony is made up of female worker bees who complete all the tasks required to keep the hives growing and thriving. Tasks ranges from feeding, brood cleaning, protection, and foraging for nectar, pollen, and water. Do you know all of that? I didn't. If you want to learn more about the program that's out there at Department of Ag Trade Consumer Protection, you like bees like Andrew does. I mean, Andrew is a beekeeper. He just doesn't know it yet. That information is available out there. That's kind of a unique story to put out for Earth Day. But yeah, let's do something for Earth Day, everybody. All right, remember that you can stay connected with Fact TV. It's easy, fun, and free. I haven't got to say that in a long, long time. Stay connected with us. Check us out on the website, Apple TV, Roku, Facebook, and YouTube. We're keeping you connected and safer together, right? We're all in this together as we continue through this pandemic. Fact TV is here for you, though, and we'll keep providing you updates, again, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And again, as I said at the top, Talking Fitchburg, the regular show returns May 4th, and our regular scheduled programming returns on May 1st. It'll be a different lineup for you, but we'll still be providing health information, still in a emergency broadcast mode, just with some programming in there to pass on the time. Till next time, this has been your Talking Fitchburg update on April 22nd.